We finally have a new update coming to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's been a while, and in this update comes with a lot of juicy information. There will be new skins, who would have thought, alongside a new map, new family, and a new actual victim as well. And I will be providing my thoughts about each of these topics as we're throughout this video. So make sure to refer to the chapters below as well. So the developers of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a community check-in through a live stream. I ain't gonna watch that shit, but we have a Reddit post which highlights everything for us so easily. So let's talk about it. We have new skins consisting of a Bride Sissy skin for Sissy, and also alongside that, a Shirtless Johnny. And these skins will be free, which is obviously a great thing to see for this game. When everything has a cost behind it, seeing something for free is kind of shocking, but gladly accepted. And the Shirtless Johnny, I believe they started it as a mod, because that's when we played it. It was modded into the game, and they just most likely grew and created a cultivation of players that wanted a Shirtless Johnny, or people simping for Johnny in some way, and that is why we have this skin in the game. There's no other reason. And then we have the Bride Sissy skin, which I think the dilemma of this character is just hilarious. She's psychopathic, but she's about to get married as well. To who and how they design this is going to be amazing to see. So I'm hoping for some good results here and a fun character to play overall, because it's Sissy. Who doesn't like Sissy? And the actual artwork for the Shirtless Johnny skin is on screen right now, highlighting the character. What did you expect? Shirtless Johnny, that is pretty much it. But he has his shirt in his waist, which is kind of weird, but it's there. I think they're trying to incorporate it in the design in some way. And I feel like they don't change anything else with the character. It's just pretty much vanilla without a shirt. And also a new game mode called Museum Mode. It's supposed to be free. It's supposed to change up the game in some way. Unsure at the moment, but we'll find out more within this patch. And there's a new map called The Mill. It's different from what we've played so far. There'll be 4 playable levels and more verticality in the gameplay due to the fact of this map being created. And this map should be free as well, I believe, within the patch. And early screenshots of what the map will look like are on screen right now. This map looks kind of ridiculous, chaotic, and I'm up for it because it looks like a lot of fun to be had here, and a lot of loose chickens are running around the mill. That'll be a lot of fun to play as a killer or as the victim itself. And I think the reason why this is quite interesting is that 4-level verticality. You can see the very tippy top of the building. That is also going to be a playable area, and also the bottom of the area underneath the bridge. I think that will be also playable to a certain degree. So that's something that's very interesting to see in this game. It looks like it's been pulled out from Hunt Showdown. If anyone's played that game before, it has a similar aesthetic and just pulled from that game to this game, and now we've got it here. That's what it looks like to me, but I'm gladly going to enjoy this map when it comes out. The maps are always going to be the biggest part of the game to me. You can add characters, add anything else, but the maps are going to be so important. The maps are bad, the game is bad. But in this case, this looks like a really good map, and I can't wait to play it. There'll also be several brutal execution packs, weapon customization, cosmetics for the family and victim, a new family member, but we don't know what they are at this current time, just alluding to those factors. There'll also be plus 150 changes coming in the next patch around February 6th, so expect that patch to be there. And some of those changes are going to be listed right now. Danny's instant study ability changes to Danny's level 3 instant study is currently a fix in testing. I suggested in this fix they should reduce it down to 75% instead of being instant study, so there is still time necessary for the Danny player to be on the objective, and if he gets seen during that, he gets staggered and he can't actually complete his study. I think that's way better, even down to 50% and reduce the follow numbers of level 2 and 1 to even less, because the spike at level 3 at this current time is game breaking. And then we have the grapple events. They've changed as well. They've done some tuning towards that. The family will no longer be able to instantly execute victims when they are in a grapple with another family member. And this is amazing to see. I've heard that there is some changes as well in this dilemma. Obviously you won't die instantly. That's good, because many times in this game where you die just from another person coming back, hitting you with a stick and pretty much go for a Kobe and killing you is the worst feeling to have as the victim, and it kind of makes it less rewarding. And people said it's realistic, but it's boring. It's a shit mechanic. And it looks like they've changed that in their own capacity, and I'm glad to see that. But also it looks like in the dev livestream from the other posts, it does highlight if you're on low HP, there's still a chance you may die in a situation like that. You still take damage from the second enemy or the second family member hitting you in that instance, which will result you most likely dying if that's the case. Leatherface does destroy objectives faster. Cool to see. Nice little quality of life change there. Grab perks are saved between loadouts. Good to see. Missing fuse box can be found. Fuse box can now be seen in Jotting Shack or Nat's house while using family focus. If you didn't know where that was, now you do. The slippery perk has been missing from the Danny skill tree. It was represented there, but it wasn't really there. Now it's being added into the game once again, so you can actually utilize it and have slippery on Danny, which is going to be insane to see. Family trapped no more. This is a situation where victims would exploit a family member by placing it into a certain area, and that's usually enclosed, and there's no way for the enemy to get out except from one door. And with that one door, they try to actually latch the door from the inside and also try and barge the door from the outside, which creates this dilemma where nothing can happen unless the player that is the victim is pressing that barge button, but they don't, which results in a family member being stuck in that room for the entirety of the game. So that looks like it's going to be fixed at some point. Choose Flight, Bomb Squad, and more. So perks are being rebalanced. Who would have thought? They're busted. Instant Start Blurface. Players with Instant Start will now start their chainsaws faster. Great, another quality change. Poison Claws has been rebalanced, which we thought Sissy was busted with poison back in the day, and Nancy came out with a better poison attack than Sissy, which is unbelievable. Thicker blood trails, yep, this has to be a thing. Under Investigation is a nasty exploit, don't know what that is. We'll find out at some point. Some more issues they're going to fix at some point as well is spawn point issues, close encounter minigame issues, crashing and loading issues. Who would have thought that's still a thing in this game? But some of the Danny changes they talked about was that if Danny instantly studies the object, he can't tap at that same object. So you'd have to go to a different objective to actually do it. That's a very interesting mechanic, which means he's still allowed to actually instantly study, but he just can't tap at that same object that he instantly studied, which I think is a good change. It'll make it harder for Danny players because they still have to move, but they still get the benefit of instantly opening some stuff depending where they're going to. And also adjustments to knowledge gained from an objective, which I'm guessing they're going to decrease this in some capacity. They're most likely going to try and buff Sissy and Sonny at some point. Door slam pings will be reduced in the future. They're working on rewards added to the new high levels. They're thinking about adding lobby dodging penalties. I think that's because of the community mentioning that quite a lot, but they also think it's not a great idea, but they're up for it if it needs to happen. I think it's not the best idea, but that could be there as well. There could be new day and night variations on some maps that don't have it yet. Perk Scout is being worked on, so it's going to most likely have a rework because how busted that shit is. Getting insane movement on a family member makes you pretty much go everywhere. And it's a lot of fun as a family, but can be very annoying as a victim. There's going to be a bloody skin for Nancy as well sometime in the future. There won't be adding any type of battle pass in the game, and no duplicate characters can be chosen in one lobby. And that is pretty much it. That is all we're going to expect for the next big updates. And I say big updates because this won't come up in one go. Most likely we have intervals. We have one update now, another update 2 to 3 months from there, another 2 months from there, another update, and that's how the content gets dispersed. Obviously, there'll be one big patch for the characters with the skins, and most likely the map in one big patch, and the rest will be balance changes, perk reworks, whatever needs to be added, they will do it at that certain time. So that's the idea there of this Texas Chainsaw Massacre big update. This huge information they just dropped. Is it a good thing? Yes, because the game is on a thread right now. It is in such a bad position. No one's talking about the game. It's going quiet and players are dipping in high numbers. It's not like, oh yeah, there's a low retention of players. It's super low. It's super low. It's unbelievable. On Steam, the play chart numbers are awful. The players in games are just giving up and they just don't want to play the game anymore. And they're like, I play for like one match every 2 months and then I leave because there's no point. It's the same, nothing really changes and it just gets boring. And I completely understand them. So that is a situation I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre has to try and fix itself from. But they're trying to add all this other content to most likely keep the game alive and not dead, which is a smart decision, of course. So I can't wait to actually jump into the gameplay in the near future, highlighting all these changes in the game, from the new game mode, the new map, the new character skins, the new character for both the victim and the family. I will enjoy this quite a lot for at least 20 hours or so, and we'll just live stream the whole progress, make a crap ton of videos for you mates to enjoy as we usually do. But tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. And if you mates are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, follow us on Twitch, join the Discord, code Lordy at GameSubs for 10% off, and also BTLmerch.com. Show support, greatly appreciated.